This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. I'm back again. This is the May 9th, the evening feeding. There's that white car over there in the church parking lot. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're over there. Could be waiting for someone, I don't know. It's not a church car that I recognize. Anyway, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to get down to business here. Yeah. What can I say? Well, a lot. See if Charlie comes down. Wind is picking up. We probably should have come out here earlier, but I had a lot of things to do, and I didn't notice that the weather was getting so bad. It gets increasingly difficult for Charlie to fly against the wind. But just put this all out here and let him take what he wants to take. Okay? So, keep this in my pocket. And yeah. Let's move out the troops, as they say. So, okay, what went on today? Yes, it was my big day with the police. Almost 2.5 hours. I sat there 2.5 hours with a how should I say, lung problem. I can barely breathe, and was never offered anything to drink. Sat there for almost 2.5 hours to answer questions, if you can believe that, on the criminal charge for insulting the hatefully employee. I called him stupid, and I called him, of course, an asshole, which is something, you know what, he was an asshole for doing that. I mean, he should have never done that. He should have not provoked and harassed the birds. I mean, you just don't do something like that. This is very, very bad. But anyway, had criminal charges filed against me for that because they have the video. Even though I told him he was on video, and he, it didn't make any difference. He knew he was on video, but I have to say, because I posted that video, that behavior stopped. So it did work. It did work because I was getting very frustrated. He'd been doing that for months. And somehow I couldn't get him to stop. No matter what I did, could not get him to stop. So, I think we'll go down this way here. Yeah. So, it was very grueling. The policeman who did all the questioning was very courteous, for the most part very nice, but continued to make me say that I admit to all my evil doings. So, taking the signs away, even though they were, in my mind, I thought they were from the bird haters, because they had illegal things written on them, and written poorly, and just because it had a logo from the city, in my mind, anyone can steal that on a Word doc file and do that. So, anyway, overall, it was long and tedious and draining, but the policeman was nice and even offered to try and help set up a feeding station somewhere, and to contact Stephen Brown, which unfortunately he wrote back and said that it's not going to work. Well, I'm not surprised, but he tried, and I was very grateful for that. So, it was a shock, really. He's the first person in the police department, or anyone having to do with the city, that was willing to help, right? Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, there's our Seymour. Yeah. So that's how it went down. Oh, and in the middle of it, another policeman enters the room and says, I have another a criminal charge against me for putting incorrect food for the birds. Remember that day when the janitor here, there he comes. There comes our. There it goes, the eggs. I only have 2 in there tonight because I put more down this morning. Okay, there he goes. There goes our Seymour. So this person's sitting there and observing, definitely observing me. Anyway, and said that I had pictures. That was the day that he took his phone, the janitor of the shopping center, and came out in the middle of the field. I don't know if you remember that, because I took a video of it. And that he sent on to the police, and the police decided to do another criminal charge against me for feeding the birds incorrectly. I told them that the stuff in the small brown bowl was cat food, which is, you know, which I set aside for the crows. And if you Google that, cat food is an excellent source of protein for crows. We don't eat the cat food. They're concerned that you give leftovers from your meal to the birds. We don't eat that. We also don't eat eggs. They was looking at Charlie, so I explained the whole story about Charlie. Okay, only Charlie gets basically that food on the hood of the car. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea, but it was just like, I said to him, you know, when he came through the door, he says, I want to take a few minutes of your time, but I'm afraid there's another Strafanzeige against you. And I'm like, noch wieder? Like, you know, one more time? What? Again? It's like, wow, are they really pouring it on? Are they really pouring it on? It's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So, that's how it went down. Lucky it could have been a lot worse. But I had a gentleman who took it down. We got through it, and he was fair and civil and polite. Can't ask more than that. And he was willing to help. He's the first person here who's been willing to help, and I really appreciate that. So, Mr. Policeman, if you hear this video, I appreciate what you did. I tried to help, and that's something special. So here we go. That man was observing us. Anyway, I've seen that car here before. Probably taking video. She's feeding the birds. The signs are still up. Policeman, I'm bringing the signs back tomorrow, and the policeman said that he's going to have signs taken down, but they're still not taken down. They're still not taken down. Anyway, we'll I don't see Charlie here, and I don't know why. Charlie's not here. Maybe something happened on the field today. Let's put down some ashes. Maybe it's the storm. I have no idea. I don't know where Charlie is. Charlie didn't come, did he?
No.
No.
Maybe it's the storm, like you said. I don't know.
Yeah. But Seymour came down. Anyway, here we go. I guess that could have been Stefan Brown in that white car. Could have been him. And he's gathering evidence against me for feeding the birds. Okay? Evidently he turned down the policeman for finding an alternative feeding station somewhere here around Kreuzlingen. That even after we move away, that can be manned by the city or people who want to feed the birds. Okay? So now what happened? Now what's the problem? Wow. Someone across the street there they don't like. I have no idea. Or a car or a person they saw, they got very upset. Okay, well, you're caught up on all the news. It's over with. Now, when I get the findings from the district attorney, I will probably have to go find myself a lawyer. So that's coming. That'll take a little while, but yeah, it's going to happen. Anyway, what can I say? Yeah, it was a tough day. So you see, it's quite obvious. They're trying, the city and these other people here who hate the birds, the businesses, the local residents, they're trying to make an example of me, and they're really trying to pound me into the ground. But Crow Crusader is not that easy to pound in the ground. I don't give up. That's my nature, and I can't give up. The animals